I'm pretty sure you've seen screenshots or videos of developers coding, dark backgrounds, colorful text, multiple panels open. And chances are one of those editors look familiar. That's Visual Studio Code, and there's a good reason why so many developers use it. But today I'm not just going to tell you what Visual Studio Code is, I'm gonna show you how to actually use it efficiently, even if you're brand new to coding. Hi, I'm Raphael, a passionate developer and computer science teacher. Here you will find coding vlogs, step-by-step tutorials and motivation to start programming and to stay on track. In this video you will get a clear beginner-friendly walkthrough of Visual Studio Code, so you know exactly where everything is and how to use it. And I will share 10 powerful extensions that seriously boost your workflow and make your life easier from day one. So whether you're just getting started or looking to level up your setup, this video is for you. Let's dive right in. Let's get Visual Studio Code installed. I'm using a MacBook Air with the M4 chip. Open your browser and head over to code.visualstudio.com. Right there on the homepage you will see a big download button. It should automatically detect your operating system, Windows, macOS or Linux. Go ahead and download the installer. Once it's done, open it up. In my case, I've got a zip file. I just extract the content and copy the app to my applications. Let me first give you a super quick tour of what you're looking at. On the left side, you've got the activity bar. This is where you'll access your files, search, source control, extensions, all the important stuff. In the center, there is the editor window. This is where all the magic happens. At the bottom, you've got the status bar. It tells you useful info like what language your file is in or if you're connected to Git, for example. And finally, at the top you've got your tabs. Just like a browser, you can have multiple files open at once. Let's talk about settings. There are two main ways to open the settings in Visual Studio Code. Option number one, super simple. Just click the gear icon in the bottom left corner of the window. Then click on Settings in the menu that pops up. Option number two, if you prefer shortcuts, press Command comma on a Mac. That brings up the same setting panel. Now, real quick, there are two types of settings: user settings and workspace settings. User settings apply globally. That means every project you open will use these preferences. Workspace settings are local to a specific folder or project. So if you're working in a team or a specific environment, you can override your global settings just for that folder. There are a few settings I enable when I start Visual Studio Code the first time. First, Format on Save. In the search bar at the top, type Format on Save. Check the box. This works great with the Prettier extension. It will auto-format your code every time you hit save. Next is Word Wrap. Turn this on to prevent super long lines of code from going off screen. If you want to have a bigger or smaller font size, just search for font size and bump it up or down until it feels right. If you prefer a dark interface, search for Theme and select Dark Modern or any other dark theme you like. There are even lighter themes if you want to. I use the shortcut Command K and Command T to open the themes menu. Using a dark theme makes it much more easier on the eyes during long coding sessions and gives the editor a sleek, modern look. Let's create our first little project and open it up in VS Code. On your desktop, create a new folder. Call it something like My First Project. Back in VS Code, click File, then Open Folder and select that folder. Once it's open, you can create new files. One of the most powerful features of Visual Studio Code is its integrated terminal, which allows you to run commands, scripts and interact with your project without ever leaving the editor. Whether you're running a simple Python script, compiling code or using Git, the terminal with VS Code can save you time and keep everything in one place. You can open the integrated terminal in a few different ways. For example, you can go to View, Terminal, or you use the shortcut on macOS Ctrl-Shift and backtick. Once opened, the terminal will appear at the bottom of the VS Code window. You can have multiple terminals open at once, each in its own tab. Now we'll explore how to run Python in Visual Studio Code. Just open a new terminal and type in Python space -- version. Since Python 3 is pre-installed in a Mac, you can immediately start using it without needing to install anything. You can now type Python code directly. For example, if you type Python 3, enter, you can use Python commands. For example, print hello world in brackets. And you can run Python scripts with Python 3 and the name of the file, for example, app.py. To make your coding experience smoother and more efficient, it's important to have the right language extensions installed in VS Code. These extensions provide support for syntax highlighting, code completion, error checking, and other language-specific features. For example, if you're working with Python, VS Code won't automatically know how to handle this language without the correct extension. After the installation of the language package, a little play button occurs. When hitting the play button, the program will execute in the terminal. Now imagine this. You are at your favorite coffee shop. One coffee in hand, a fresh playlist in your ears, and you're ready to get things done. But instead of diving into code chaos, you're instantly in the zone. No distractions, no wasted time. Let me show you the VS Code extensions that will make your coding sessions way more productive. Extensions in VS Code are add-ons that enhance and customize the functionality of the editor. They provide everything from syntax highlighting and code completion to debugging tools, version controlling, and some fun stuff. Extensions make VS Code a flexible and powerful editor, tailored to the needs of developers across various programming languages and workflows. To install an extension, first open VS Code and go to the extension view. You can do this by clicking on the extensions icon in the left sidebar. Once you find the extension you want, click the install button. After installation, the extension is ready to use right away. Some extensions may require additional configuration or settings, which can be done directly in the VS Code settings. As a computer science teacher, I've seen countless students miss small errors just because they were buried in a sea of code. That's where Error Lens comes in. It makes those issues impossible to ignore. Instead of hunting for errors in the Problems tab or squinting at cryptic symbols, Error Lens displays errors, warnings, and hints right next to the line of code where the issue occurs. This is like having a tutor who instantly points out your mistakes as you type. The inline feedback is immediate, visual, and motivating. It allows you to fix issues on the spot without breaking your flow to jump between tabs or panels. If you're into web development, you will love the next extension. Auto rename tag is such a simple concept, but so powerful in practice. When you rename an opening tag like section or h2, the closing tag updates automatically. That's one less thing to worry about, and in big files it really adds up. This extension helps you to avoid those frustrating bugs where your tags don't match. It's especially great when working in component-based frameworks like React or Svelte. It might sound small, but those micro efficiencies stack up quickly during long coding sessions. It's like pair programming with someone who just handles all your closing tags for you. Now let's be honest, code formatting may be time consuming. With Prettier, you don't have to think about style anymore. You just write code. Every time you hit save, your code gets automatically formatted based on consistent rules. It works out of the box, but it's also highly customizable for team settings. Best part, everyone on the team gets the exact same formatting, especially great for teams, open source projects, and solo devs who want to keep things clean. It's not just about aesthetics. Readable code is maintainable code. This one almost feels like cheating, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. GitHub Copilot is an AI coding assistant that suggests entire lines or even blocks of code as you type. It learns from the context of your project, your coding style, and even your comments. It's trained on tons of open source projects, so it knows how problems are typically solved. The real productivity boost? You're not wasting time Googling or writing repetitive code. Copilot keeps you in your flow so you don't break concentration to solve simple problems. Copilot isn't perfect, but it gives you a solid starting point instantly. Treat it like an AI-powered teammate that's always ready to assist. Did you ever wonder how much time a developer actually spends on coding? CodeTime or WakaTime are time tracking extensions made for developers. They track your coding sessions, most active hours, project breakdowns, and even your daily focus streak. You get analytics on how often you code, what files you're working on, and how productive your sessions are. If you're into self-improvement or gamification, this is a game changer. Bookmarks let you mark specific lines of code and jump back to them instantly. This is amazing for debugging or when you're working on multiple parts of a file simultaneously. Think of it like in-editor sticky notes. You can label your bookmarks, navigate them through a panel, and use keyboard shortcuts to cycle through. Great for refactoring too. Mark what to update, fix it later. If you get stuck inside a string or parenthesis and your instinct is to smash the arrow keys to the end, TabOut makes that escape instant. Just hit tab and you're out of the brackets, quotes, or anything you're enclosed in. It seems like a tiny thing, but when you're in deep focus mode, it's a huge quality of life boost. Every developer has done this once. / to do, fix this later, any comment, and then never come back. Todo Tree rescues all those forgotten notes or comments by collecting them into one easy to navigate tree panel. It finds all your to-dos, fixmes, bugs, and custom tags across your entire codebase. You can click and jump directly to the line where you left the note. This is perfect for sprint planning or just organizing your coding thoughts. Todo Tree remembers, so you don't have to. Sometimes the biggest productivity boost is just silence. Zen Mode strips away all the clutter, no sidebar, no tabs, no notifications. Just you and your code, full screen. You can use the Zen Mode toggle button extension to manually switch it on and off. It's the perfect way to block out distractions and enter deep focus. Productivity is about rhythm, bursts of focus, followed by recovery. The Pomodoro timer technique and the Pomodoro timer extension builds this rhythm into your coding routine. You work for 25 minutes, take a short 5-minute break and repeat. It's a proven technique for staying fresh and avoiding burnout. With the Pomodoro extension, the timer is built right into VS Code. You don't need a separate app or browser tab. Combine this with Zen Mode and you've got a deep work system right in your editor. With this overview and these VS Code extensions, you'll all set up to boost your productivity and streamline your workflow. From faster navigation, sticky notes in your code to smart suggestions. These tools are here to help you code more efficiently and with less friction. Have fun and stay productive with these extensions, and don't forget to experiment to see what works best for you.